the calibration protocol for how you would actually go about setting these up, because right now, well, actually right now these are already calibrated, but if they were not calibrated, each of them would essentially be treated as a separate two-dimensional image. But what we're now doing is going to be integrating them all so that you, as basically what each camera then gets a transformation matrix where you can get the 3D information out of it. Yeah, we'll walk you through how to do that.
Do you have the guide with you, or?
It's on, it's in the Wallace lab.
Do you want to open it up? Yeah, the blue rings are actually kind of cool, how much information will get encoded into those circles, and you'll see what I mean by that as we go through the calibration process.
So these little like painted things.
Yeah.
I saw it's like on a stick thing. How would someone actually like go in and have it on them?
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be on a stick, like, so here's
Oh,
another
so it would, like,
example.
just be like-
This is a Velcro thing, so if you, we have some Velcro gloves you can wear.
Okay.
We're gonna get bodysuits. You can just strap them to yourself. We have a variety of other different things we use to, but basically anything you can attach one of these balls to in any form you can strap. You'll notice they're also on the top of the displays themselves.
Oh yeah, I see them right here.
Yeah.
So they're quite literally just like little, probably like plastic things painted with some sort of reflective.
Yeah, I forget what the paint is called, but it's just high-vis paint.
Is there any, so like, would you have to like eliminate other reflective things from them?
Yes, and in fact, that is a specific problem we have in this room, is that something in this room is too light. And so we've actually had to raise the threshold for these cameras way higher than I have ever had to in the past. And that thing there, which looks like a carpet roll, is actually a roll of blackout fabric, which one of the next tasks we have is to wrap this entire cube in that to see if that eliminates that problem. Because I'm not sure where it's coming from. I thought it was, we had some stuff on this wall before, which I thought was the source of the problem. I took it off and it's still there. So.
Alright, so a couple things, are they gonna have access to this folder?
Yes, they will.
Okay, so eventually, when you guys, yes,
Go ahead and download the guides and just put them on the desktop.
okay. Where was that? Last case, okay. So this is all the last case folder, but, yeah, so I can download these guides. So this Ambideck, settings, this is just, we could go over this later, but this just refers to the, sound software. And then there's also an explanation of the Ambideck settings. Just
Don't
to
worry
show-
about that. Let's just
Yeah.
deal with the
So
OptiTrack for today.
So for OptiTrack, this is the tutorial for the OptiTrack calibration. It's pretty short and it doesn't take long to get the hang of it, but we'll just do it in real time because it's much easier to learn that way. So first thing to notice is right here on the right side, we have these things called assets, which are rigid bodies. So that is any, physical object that we have assigned at least 3 markers to. And we named various things. So you see these screens here, these actually represent the TV screen. So if I check one, like you see this pink triangle here, that refers to, I believe, the middle screen. This orange is the left screen. Screen 3 is having some problems right now. So
Yeah, it's great. You can actually see there's 3
there's 3 markers
right
right
here.
Oh, there's
Oh,
4.
in the corner. Why is it thrown open? Oh, it's missing one of those top 4 ones for some reason. It must not be in enough cameras' fields of view. Oh.
And then if you just go to devices, you also see all the cameras that are currently streaming. So this is sort of the camera array, and then down here is an actual camera view. So for example, if I click on number 3, this is camera right here, and the ring highlights green. So if you look, that's camera 3 right there. You can also tell the number of the cameras. The bottom left corner, there's a number. So if you want to come look. They're usually pretty logically numbered, so like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so on and so forth.
But the numbering is dynamic, so it happens every time you turn it on, and
Wanna go?
and it will not be the same every time at all.
So to start the caliber, oh, actually, one more thing, if you wanna access, so if you click on one camera, you sort of highlight it, but you don't really highlight what it's looking for, but if you highlight all of these cameras, all these green lines is motion tracking, so a particular model. Another interesting feature is if I click on camera one, which is up there, at the top of the truss, I can, I can right click, go to video type, and I can change it to grayscale. So now it's playing
Do you
actual
wanna,
video.
do you wanna put it in the perspective window up here?
Yeah.
So this currently shows the whole, no, I mean,
Put the,
so, here, go back to the, yeah, and then just grab this guy here, and then you can just do camera view. Sorry, no, go back to it, sorry.
perspective.
Camera, view from selection, okay, so just click on this camera.
Where did you see that?
Sorry, yeah, click on that camera, and then here, in perspective, click on from camera one, there you go. Okay, so now, you're actually seeing the grayscale, from that camera.
And all these cameras have the grayscale, I'm pretty sure. So if we want to start the calibration, first we click new calibration. So then here it says mask visible object, so what you have to do is you highlight all these cameras. And then hardware mask, so you right click, hardware mask, clear selected.
And let's hide these guys first, just to, is there anything, are there any other markers other than the display ones? No, okay.
So once I've cleared the, so once I've cleared the masks, you just go back in and then press mask selected. So it's kind of counterintuitive because you see there's no real like error messages. So mask,
Okay, go.
then we press.
What's it finding? Which one is this? That one seems to have an existing, oh, it's this guy here. I think it's,
Oh, could it be the one on the truss? No.
yeah, but you should have masked that.
Yeah.
Just try masking it again, do mask selected, adjust on that one.
Just on time.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Okay.
It looks like there's one more, I think it's this one here, I think it's, yeah, you can just do mask selected again. But I think it's this guy here,
What number is that?
20, I can't, it looks like 20? Yeah, there you go.
What's the point of doing that?
So what it's doing right now, it'll make a bit more sense once you've done the calibration, but we're telling it to ignore each one of these markers. Because it's going to be looking, okay, so now that we're ready, deselect, you gotta deselect the cameras, right? And then, yeah, okay. Now we start wanding.
Now we press start wanding, and you see that magic wand we had earlier that had the three markers on it. What you do is you essentially sort of stand in the middle and face each of these cameras, and you pretty much just start moving this in a circle, and as you see, the green rings start to fill in with this blue line. So for example, I can focus on camera 19 right here. I'll just keep going until the green ring is all around it, and then I move on to the next one. And, you know, if you go one camera at a time, it might take longer, but multiple cameras will pick it up at the same time. So I can go to camera 16, fill it in, and you just want to make sure that all the cameras are filled in. So you guys on track?
The blue basically tells you the angle that the camera has detected that mark, or this wand at, and the brighter green it is, like once it's bright green, it means it has enough samples to do a good calibration with from that particular angle. So you're gonna need to do bigger circle, like you need to come more over this way. Yeah, there you
get
go.
nice and close.
Yeah, see?
And so if we look at the computer too, first you see all the wand movements here. And then also this is another indication of how the cameras are doing. So the lighter green it is, the more samples is collected, which we
So like I'm looking at this one, like the bottom right, it's
A little bit
So
darker.
you want it to all be like pretty.
Yeah, probably that's good enough, to be honest.
So we still probably want to get 17, 14, 15.
These guys.
What I want you guys to do is next week, after you've done kind of the PR side of things and you're trying to port this over to Age, I want you to try to follow Samir's guide and make notes of anything that is confusing or any steps that you think are missing. And then report back to Samir and he'll kind of refine it so that it's useful for everyone.
This ladder.
So it's something like this ladder, like not accurate, because it's
Uh,
reflective, like
it's
it's
not-
not like,
it's
it's not
not-
bad enough, maybe.
Generally reflective enough.
What is the white?
So that means that camera is, it's having a little moment. But if you just sort of wave it, if you wave it around in that camera path, you'll find it, it'll come back pretty soon. There you go. And that was- oh yeah, that was not even plugged in. There's this guy, and then there's these two. I think there's only this one left. Oh yeah, those guys, yeah.
Yeah, and you can get pretty close to the camera. You don't want to get super close, but maybe a couple feet, so just drag it.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, that one's actually probably angled not terribly well. It's we're losing too much of the point of view of that camera to the floor.
Alright, so they all look pretty good now. So now what we do is, you want to put the wand out of sight of the cameras. Because
Actually, at this
otherwise-
point, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's actually beforehand, but it matters.
So you just don't want them to pick up anything. And then once you press start calculating, you just give it a couple seconds.
It might take a little, but yeah, so it's basically, these are the transformation matrices for each camera in, well, graphical representation of transformation matrices. Oh yeah, so overall result, exceptional.
Yeah.
Mean ray error is, so actually, yeah, the mean wand error is 0.07 millimeters, so it's able, based on what it's assuming, from combining the cameras, it's able to get the location of the wand to within 0.07 millimeters, which is pretty good. Vastly higher than we actually care about. And then the next thing you have to do is,
Next step is simply just press continue, and then you're gonna see something that says set ground plane. Before clicking this blue button, we have this trapezoid / triangle shaped
oh, you
vision
can
button.
just click it.
We can click it.
Yeah. And so both this and the wand are just very particularly sized objects, so each of the cameras knows these distances, and we just put it, and you can see it's already detected it. And then all you have to do is put this anywhere on the floor,
And you can detect this automatically here.
and then you just press set ground plane.
When to go? When to go?
Ground
And
plane
now-
set. Yeah, that's it, and now we're done. Now it's fully calibrated.
And then you can just sort of wave things, you can see these three markers, for example, being tracked here.
How often do you calibrate it? Honestly, not that often, but it's a good idea to do the calibration for something important.
Well, I mean, so every time you move any of the cameras, it has to be calibrated. And whenever we start a day of data collection, we'll calibrate it, because it doesn't take very long. You'll find if you're starting with a previous calibration like we just did, it's a very easy process.
You can also press load calibration, and this brings up a history of calibrations, and you can do that as well. So for example, let's say tomorrow you want to calibrate it, you have to do load calibration, today's calibration, and then it'll be the exact same. And it's auto save, so you don't have to worry about it.
Are you, the West of Philly today?
Yeah, I got through my card.
Oh.
So there's a.
Oh, so it's just the old one that's on that.
Yeah, it's the old one.